I have a daughter named Emma, and she's 24 now, but when she was about 12, she came to her mom and I, and she said, I don't think God likes me. I don't think I'm a good person. She started having lots of OCD at that point, washing her hands until they were raw. We talked to her. We tried to kind of figure out what was going on, but it was very confusing. She then started, her grades tanked in school, and she started really being defiant, which is very unusual for her. She's a very sweet, compliant, kind person. And so we didn't know what was going on. We contacted her pediatrician. We didn't really get any answers there. And so we hit the books. My wife Ellen's also a physician, and a few days later she came to me with an article about PANDAS. I didn't know what that was, so read the article, and sure enough, Emma had every single sign and symptom of PANDAS. And so PANDAS is pediatric autoimmune neuropsychiatric disorder associated with strep infection. So Emma had been sick and got an infection, and in these kids, some children, their immune system, rather than just attacking the infection, will attack their brain, and it will produce OCD and facial tics and blinking, which she had. Also can produce behavioral changes, school problems, all sorts of things. And so found this, called one of our local pediatric hospitals and said, look, my daughter has PANDAS, this is what's going on. And they said, well, it doesn't exist, and hung up the phone. So we hit the books again, and ultimately Ellen and Emma ended up taking a plane, going to New York City, saw a specialist there who said, you're exactly right, this is PANDAS, and she needs IVIG. So they came home, and I said, okay, well, good, we have a game plan, we know what we need. So I called a local pediatric neurologist who I knew used IVIG for other things and said, these are the symptoms of what's going on with my daughter. He said, yeah, it sounds like she just needs to be on psychiatric medication and locked up in a psych ward. And I said, well, that doesn't make sense. She was like normal a month ago. And so we kept looking, ultimately found a physician in another state who ended up giving her IVIG, and within 4 days, her symptoms disappeared. 4 days. And so it's been a long road, and there's ups and downs for sure, but now Emma's completely recovered. And when that happened, and we saw this dramatic recovery and saw kind of what had happened, I knew my specialty had found me. I knew that I didn't want other parents to go through this. I mean, we went through this, and we're both physicians. And so I then set out to begin caring for these children based on some of the very things we had found that had been successful, that we had done for Emma at that time. And since then, I've seen hundreds of patients, ultimately culminated in me writing a book on PANS and PANDAS for physicians. And just, it's made all the difference in the world.